All right, so I did look up a video on YouTube real quick called, or by a YouTuber named Esther Naruyoshi, and she told me, taught us how to do clipping masks in Procreate Dreams. It's not the most intuitive thing. You have to use the tracks. So I did create an extra track above here, which is going to use the layer below, and it'll be a clipping mask. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw some white marks real quick, but I'm going to take this frame that I just made, hold it, and then hit mask and do clipping mask. So it isn't a layer option, but it is a track option. So now if I go ahead and change like the contents of the layer, it's going to be within the borders of the blue. So this is the most the best I can get as far as like alpha lock and or clipping mask, and I can actually just take this color and sort of refine it from there rather than just using the eraser, because I don't have to worry about what do you call it, the borders. So I think, how does this lightning work? Is lightning more illuminated from the inside? Let me actually erase that. Is lightning more illuminated from the inside? Yeah, I think that makes more sense. And let me just sharpen the edges using an eraser here. Yeah, see, that looks a lot better than like a solid blue. So we'll use this. So we'll go into the next frame here, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Let's remove the onion skin because it's kind of crazy. So I'm just gonna make a mark here, and then, so this is the thing, I can't make the entire track a clipping mask. It looks like I have to do every single frame. So I don't know how heavy that is on the processor, but I do have an M4 iPad, so it's like hopefully it's the iPad can handle it. It should be able to. I trust Apple that their Apple silicon is pretty good. Supposedly this is the most advanced M chip. However, the iPad M chip is still not quite as crazy as the Mac M chip, because Mac M chips are meant to run like many processors at once, or many streams at once. So I don't know how the M4 iPad compares to Mac M3, or something like M3 Pro or M3 Ultra. I know a little bit about Apple products, I guess. Okay, so yeah, it looks so much better with the white. I might even throw in like a darker blue accent around it too. So I want to take this video to do the entire all the frames of electricity. So I'm going to take every frame, hold it, and turn it into a clipping mask. So this is really just embellishment at this point, just really making my animation a little bit more fancy. Put that little extra effort to make it look cool, because I still have time. It's like, what do I even use the time for? This is what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna bring some white in there, turn this one into a clipping mask as well. Okay, gonna erase out some borders so I get some blue edges here. This is really cool because this informs me that in the future, if I want to do like cool effects with some shading on animation, and I can just use masks like this. This is something I'm gonna keep in my arsenal in Procreate Dreams. It works different. It works a little bit better in Krita, because you can set the entire layer, which in Procreate Dreams would be a track. You can set the entire layer to be a mask. So I don't know. We'll just figure it out. Clipping mask. Yeah, there we go. And here, how much do we need it? Not really. We don't really need it that much. We'll just put the little white dots in there. Okay, so we'll do it also for the, though, before we move on to the crouching animation, we'll go back in here and we'll see what kind of color we can use to create a border. So We're going to create a slight border. It's going to be very slight. I want it to be super saturated, but enough contrast where you can kind of tell that it is a border. So I want to have this saturated electric blue. Maybe we can go stronger than that, a little darker. That's a bit too dark. We're gonna keep playing with the color here. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Still a little too dark. Okay, I think this color is good. This creates a nice balance. I don't want too much of a border, just like on some of it. Don't tell me I'm experiencing lag. I bought this iPad to not experience lag. Okay, it's not happening that bad, but there are some cases where I feel like some input latency. Nobody likes input latency. You want everything to feel smooth and instant, you know? This one we can put a lot of borders in. Let's erase out. That one's a little bit too thick. It is lightning, so the dark border might detract from the idea that it's lightning, that it's electricity, because electricity, I guess, should only emit light. But we'll take a look and see. We'll let it play back. We'll see how it looks. No, that looks good. That looks good. For the big ball, where's the big ball? I want to put a white circle in there too, in here. But maybe I should do it in here, in this layer. Yeah, we'll do it in this layer. That makes more sense. Okay, that color drop left borders. Let's increase the threshold so it doesn't leave borders. Okay, there. Yeah, that looks much better. This is a spirit bomb right there. It looks like a Genki Dama. And then in here we'll do like that. And where is the epicenter? It's a little bit lower than that actually. So it's actually like right here. So actually I want to set it apart from a spirit bomb a little bit actually. What I'll do instead is get some lines coming out like that. Actually, no, this is the first frame it appears though, so I think the gathering of energy, and then maybe we'll have some lines coming in this way. Okay, so like that, as it compresses. Yeah, now we are embellishing right now. So I'm gonna take this color again. Oops. Whoa, what is this? I have no idea what mode I just entered. What the heck? I don't know what happened just now. Okay. That's a mystery. We'll find out one day. Okay, so let's go in here in this frame. Do we want a border around it? No? I don't think so. Maybe just in here. In this frame, we'll put a little bit of border around the edges of the electricity. Not too much. Here in the epicenter, I kind of want to make it white. So I will make a clipping mask layer up here. Just make this white from the inside here. So I'm gonna turn this one into a clipping mask. Mask, clipping mask. All right, good. Good. Now let's see. I think this should be done for this one. A little bit over detailed on that second frame, this one right here, yeah, I think I should just leave it solid. You'll be able to, the effect will make more sense. So I'm going to actually take this color and bring it back to solid. I'm going to erase those out. Yeah, I'm going to even reduce the white part here. Let me color his fingers back in. Okay, now let's try. That looks sick. Oh, that looks sick. Okay, I like that. That's very cool. So I'm gonna take these colors, a white. I'm actually gonna just eyedrop this blue real quick. So I'm gonna throw it into the animation of the crouching one. So we're gonna do this one now. So I'm gonna come over here, go into the top track, and throw in a border real quick right there, and then turn this layer into a clipping mask. Okay, so firstly we're gonna do the white parts, and good thing we have that color there now. So here we're gonna do a little bit of this. Turn this one into a clipping mask. Yep. We can put a little bit more white in there. I want to think of the epicenter. Here I can just go right in there and just yeah, make a white circle, little spirit bomb in there. Genki Dama. You know what? The epicenter should be more to the left. Let's move it a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now we will do a clipping mask here. Add some white in here. And then we'll erase out to sharpen the edges. In one of my videos, in my title was like, or I said something like, you know, effects animation are not my strong suit, but this is how we get better at it. We just come up with ideas and implement them. I didn't really know how I was going to approach this. Once I saw the clipping mask video, you know, it gave me a better idea, but I wasn't really entirely sure how this would go, but I think it's going well. There's a little bit of input delay when I use my finger and hold to eyedrop. That seems to be the fastest way to eyedrop in Procreate Dreams, but still not the most smooth or intuitive. I am experiencing some input delay right now when I zoom in and out. Okay. Okay. So here we'll create the clipping mask. It looks messy, you know, when I first do it, but once I create the mask, it looks nice. So we're gonna use the eraser to sharpen the edges. I want a little bit more white here on this side. This is why animators should be salaried. I'm just realizing from now on, if possible, every commission I want to take, I want it to be hourly instead of per project. It's so much better. You know, this was my first time setting an hourly pay for a commissioner, and I think he and I are both going to be satisfied with the result because, you know, we decided on a fair wage from the beginning, a fair hourly. I mean, it's like, and if we did set like a per frame wage, like maybe I could have finished faster, maybe I could have made more money, but I don't know. Making better quality animation is like good for every party, because speed of animation with lower quality images, I would not have done the secondary animation, I would not have done the electric effects if I wasn't getting paid hourly. It's as simple as that. And it ends up being a much higher quality set of animations rather than a bunch of frames that I just had to get done, you know. Because you know, it's not like I'm going to decide on an hourly wage that I'm not going to agree to. You know, I do like what I'm getting paid on this one. So And it's interesting too. There was someone who wanted to commission me for a larger project, and I just decided I couldn't take the project because the pay was not enough. It was a team full of indie developers, and as cool as the project sounded, I've been in the field for a while, and I have a standard for how much I want to get paid, and I just learned how to say no to jobs that are not going to adequately compensate my time in comparison to what I normally get paid. Because I'm not trying to be pretentious, be like, oh, I deserve this much for what I am making. Rather, here's what I normally get paid. And I have a somewhat consistent clientele that pays me for these projects. Can you at least match what they're paying me? So that's like the main question. It's not like this is how much I think I deserve. It's more about like understanding that I have a market value proven by previous purchases, I guess, by previous customers. So that's what it is. And I just have to be grateful too, because like it's not like I'm ungrateful for that job offer. It's like it was a cool project and I wanted to be a part of it, but ultimately I had to say no due to the pay. But I am thankful, and I want to express gratitude that I have the ability to do animation like this for hourly pay, and I think it's so cool. And this is not like contracted work or anything. This is literally a commission from a friend, and he has some extra money. He wants to work on this Hunter x Hunter fighting game. I think it's a super cool project, and I'm glad to participate. All right, so that's that. Now I want the border here, and we're gonna throw in this blue border on all the rest of the frames now. I don't want the border to be too thick on any of these frames. Just a nice little embellishment. So I'm going to thin those out. Yep. Yeah. It really does a lot for the animation to do the details like this. And at some point, whenever he's ready for color, we can go in and color Killua, and we can see how that process looks like. Because it's probably going to look something like this, where I use a clipping mask and I just go over the white silhouette. It makes it easier too, because the white silhouette's there, and it would be easy for me to just change the colors whenever. Do skins and stuff. Okay, let's check it out. Okay. That's sick. That's sick. Okay, let's take a look at the whole thing again. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with the whole project, guys. So we're gonna play back. There's that attack and the recovery. There's that full animation with the electricity, and that full animation with the electricity. I'm just taking a look one more time. Actually, just gonna take a look at the electric attacks now. Take a look at the electric effects. Does everything look good? Yeah, it looks good. I'm not a big fan of this blue, this dark blue, but I think I'm just gonna leave it alone. I think it's okay. Because in order to change that, I would have to take the clipping mask layer. Oh, but I already have a clipping mask layer. It actually wouldn't be hard to change. It would not be hard to change at all. Because if I go in here and let's say, let's change the blue, right? So let's take this color. Oh, let's draw in here. There. Let's take this color instead. Like let's take this blue. Let's hit undo here. And let's go a little bit more towards the tealish. and then get a darker color like that, because I want to change this color to something like this. It fits electricity a little bit better. So what happens if I do this, make a clipping mask? Yeah, there we go. That's better. And I can change the color of all the blue parts. Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better. So, you know, I'm sure I'm not going to be able to cover it all, but like perfectly, but enough to just change the color. And if the tiny, you know, of that bit of that dark blue still stays, that's fine, because, you know, here, now we'll do the clipping mask here. Yeah, this is a nice way to change colors. Nice. I'm getting used to the tool. This is almost like a tutorial in clipping masks. I just watched a tutorial in clipping masks, but this is the tutorial in action. All right. So shout out to Esther Naruyoshi for that clipping mask video. And I'm using it. Yeah, this dark blue is not great. I can just use a big brush, you know, just splash it in there. I'm sure it looks funny without the mask. Okay, really spreading out there. This color matches so much better. So we're gonna do the same thing over here. We're gonna take this frame, draw over the blue there, turn this into a clipping mask. And after this, I should be done. And then my last parts of the hour are going to be spent like just rendering and then sending over for final feedback. And then I can finish the other commission, the Elven Mage Girl. And I think I can finish them both today, you know, and maybe get paid on both today. That would be nice. So nice little milestone for me in my commission work. And then I can, if I don't get more commission work anytime soon, I'll return to making products, Catholic products. So this one will go back to the clipping mask here. And maybe the Hunter x Hunter guy will give me more projects to work with. He's in the middle of a move right now, so he's a bit busy. So here, this is already a clipping mask layer. I'll just change the colors of those guys. All right, so we're gonna go in one more time and hit play. And just look at the electric attacks. Yeah, that color is much better. The color is much better. It's sick. It looks so good. Yeah, the white, adding the white to it really made it better. Okay, yeah, this is done. And I'm going to go ahead and just render all these. I'm going to stop the video here. Rendering I probably will not do on YouTube, but we'll just use that rest of the hour to do that. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out and watching the entire process. So this is the first time I've done an entire animation recorded on YouTube, or an entire set of animations. So this is going to be my trend from now on. We're going to be seeing a lot of uploads. And again, give me feedback. You know, I'm basically, you guys have heard my inspiration is Bob Ross. I want this to be like a show. I want to improve it every single time. I want to iterate on it while I'm young and really compound on the quality of these. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. God bless. Bye-bye.